What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the Brown Gent. In this video, I'm going to talk to you a bit about the latest updates in this ecosystem, talking about how Bitcoin is so close to all-time highs. And we won't have time for an AMA right now, but I'll probably do one tonight. And if not, we'll do one the day after. But as always, just remember, nothing I say is financial advice. Please do your own research because I'm just a guy on YouTube. Now, if you're interested, we do have a special web community called the Web3 Secret Society. If you want that extra coaching, guidance, and support, check that out in the link below. Also, if you haven't already, Butterfingers right there. Make sure you've checked out my full 2024 and 2025 strategy, just because, this sort of gives you a fundamental baseline of every single thing that I am doing in this cycle. Please watch this video and then put every other video that I make in the context of this one, because I really talk about start to finish how you can walk away with a ton of profit in your bag and not just be a witness to the cycle like so many others. The sad thing to say is after those monumental gains from the last cycle, only 15 or 20% of people actually walked away a winner. Let's make sure that every single one of you here is that this time around. Now, what's incredible to me, and Bitcoin is somewhat retraced $500 since I started the video. Bitcoin has been doing fantastic over the last little while. You can see here that we are literally 1.41% away from the all-time high 2 years ago. We went as high as $68,500. In fact, that was about half an hour ago. And this is the ultimate leader in crypto. Now, as you guys know, people have been coming on my channel telling you guys to short. I've seen it all over Twitter. In fact, somebody said there would be a black swan event causing crypto to crash earlier today when Bitcoin was like 63,000. I just ignore these things. Like, yes, you can take some profits if you're worried, but I have not sold a single Bitcoin or Ethereum in the last, 7-8 months. I may have swapped it just to buy an NFT, but that's pretty much it. In fact, I take all of my profits in Ethereum. Also, the meme coins have been doing fantastic. Shiba Inu up 245% this last week. Dogecoin 101%. WIF, I don't know where it is, but WIF coin was doing fantastic as well. You know what? Maybe we'll just search it up because I don't know where it is. WIF. So let's take a look at a WIF over the last week. Last 7 days right here. Yeah, it's up about 200 something percent as well. So meme coins have been doing fantastic. Guys, for meme coins, please don't be afraid to take some money off the table. I sold off a bunch of my WIF token as well. I didn't have that much, but I did sell 50% around 1.5, which is pretty much where we are right now anyways. But like I told you guys, meme coins sort of go up and down. And Bitcoin and Ethereum, this is really what the fundamental masses will be going after. So I expect Bitcoin to break all-time highs by tomorrow. If maybe even today. Honestly, we got like 6 more hours on the Eastern like kind of time zone. And also Ethereum is doing fantastic, right? 3,600. The last time Bitcoin was at these prices, Ethereum was up about $800 US more. So great things going on, obviously adding a ton of confidence, but we're just getting started. Remember, this is before the halving. The halving typically has a bit of a sell-off event, so don't feel bad about taking some profits as we get closer to it. We're about a month away. In fact, some of the Bitcoin miners, their prices have been going down because of this, because the mining rewards are being halved. So that's some of the things I want to talk about. We're going to go into some of the other topics because I have a ton to show you guys. Not that much time. And yes, I did get into ARC. We'll talk about that in a second. So the first is WEN exchange. So I dropped this in the Discord earlier today. In fact, some of the alpha that I got today was actually passed on to me. Some by members of the group, some by some other people that I'm friends with. And that's the reality of crypto. You can't have your eyes on everything, right? So especially, busy work day, like 9 to 5 or whatever. It's good to know people, share ideas, and then being able to filter what's good, what's bad. So WEN Exchange is an NFT exchange on the Blast ecosystem, which we know has just sort of went live recently. Um, Two big things I want to mention. As you notice, there isn't that many people that I know following them yet, but the first is their early access. So if you join, and I have a link to that, if you have had an Ethereum transaction in the past, you will earn some WEN token. You can also refer other people and earn some more WEN token. You can also post on X and earn some WEN token. Just be cognizant when you do sign up, it does require you to connect your Twitter. It will ask for the ability to follow and unfollow. Once you do that, just basically get your tokens and then remove the permissions, and then you're good. Also, on top of that, and I put the link to this, there's a WEN OG Pass. Now, the OG Pass, I think, is going to be very valuable in the future. It is free. You can get one for free, and it starts in about 4 days and 10 hours. They have a main mint whitelist, which whatever, like maybe there's a few people who will grab that. But the main mint public goes live exactly on March 9th. So make sure that you have this bookmark. Maybe you can get in, grab it, because they will give you a whitelist to a lot of the mints that are happening on this protocol, which means you can probably sell it for a pretty penny. Another thing I want to mention, and you can go to owl2.finance, and now you can also deploy smart contracts here. So that's pretty cool. So if you're farming ZK Sync or whatever, like in this case, ZK Sync, you click on this, you can do a basic mode or an ERC20 mode contract. One thing I will tell you guys is it doesn't tell you how much gas it costs when you're doing it. I checked after the fact on basic mode. It was $1.50 when the GUI was over 110. So I think that's pretty awesome. It's pretty cheap. If you're looking for a way to deploy a smart contract or get a new contract under your belt for ZK Sync, pretty good. One more thing, and sorry for the blurry image. I had this passed along to me. It's one of many other like ZK Sync criteria. And in this case, what they're saying is they found it on GitHub. Basically, you have to get 400 points based on the conditions, and you would get 1 point for daily activity, 7 points for weekly, 30 points for monthly, 50 points for ZK Sync Lite usage. Then you get $100 volume, 1 point for every $100 in volume. So 10,000 volume would get you 100 points. The same thing goes for bridge volume. And then they have things that subtract away, right? So, there's also the unique contract engagements. However, if you have a balance of less than $5, you lose 50 points. If you don't have ETH mainnet activity, you lose 100 points. Less than 100 total volume, another 100 points lost. And less than 25 transactions on ZK Sync Era, minus 250. Obviously, I'm showing you this for a couple reasons. Number one, honestly, we have no idea if this is legit. I likely would assume not. But once again, just gives you an idea of all the different ways you can approach this. My thinking is if you haven't gotten some of these already, just think about doing some of these, especially the ZK Sync Lite usage, okay? So that's sort of what I wanted to cover here. The next is Linear Park. They have their last of the games launching. It's called Ender's Gate. You can earn the My First Duel award. It went live today. I was struggling with this because their site kept crashing. I guess a ton of people were loading it. So just wait until sort of lull in activity, probably at nighttime, and you'll probably be able to do this. As far as I know, you don't have to download anything. You just play on the web platform. You play one duel and then verify that you've done it, and you get your LXP. So that's sort of what I wanted to cover there. The next is Hydro Protocol. So as you guys know, I faded Hydro Protocol's phase 3, which is their early access farming. Locking up Injective, that is now over. However, they went to ETH Denver and said, hey, you know what? We're going to double the amount of airdrops we're providing. So this is a really good move on their part. So whether you're in phase 1, 2, or 3, they will be doubling the rewards you get. Pretty awesome. We should expect to see an airdrop claiming page very soon. One of the things I do want to tell you guys, and I sort of see Haitian Buffet mentioning this, Brown Too Rich for the everyday airdrop updates. Guys, I'm not here to make videos to send you on wild goose chases. I'm here to only talk to you about the things that I think matter most to you. And then like in the private group, we'll talk about everything. but I really want to make sure that over here, like, and even the private group, I try to direct people on, hey, don't waste your time on these things because it's going to be such a small potatoes versus like, hey, I could literally come on here and make 5 videos a day, talk about 5 new protocols. Doesn't matter if I have zero conviction in them, but I know it's going to get me a ton of views. Not interested. Doesn't help me, doesn't help you. The next is Orderly Network. So Orderly Network is actually something I have high conviction in their protocol. It's underfarmed on average. They were airdropped 8 billion long token, and they have a campaign that not many people have completed. So I put the link to that campaign on here. All you've got to do is sort of follow these instructions, some social media kind of tasks, and like a $10 trade that you've got to do on their platform. So you do that stuff, and you get that. You get the sort of share of this 7.7 billion long token. The next thing is, and I heard this asked earlier, if I participated in ARC Digital's event. This morning was terrible. So I went on a couple times over the weekend when they had their claim open. They kept delaying it till 1 p.m. And one of the things that happened was they did not have a fully functioning website. Part of it was due to the massive server overload, but not just that, but they also didn't have a ledger integration. So I had my Jupiter, no, I didn't have Jupiter token, sorry. I had my Pyth token behind Ledger. I had Celestia behind a couple ledgers. Thankfully, I had one set of 100 Celestia on an account without a ledger on it. And I used that one to eventually get my claim. And the worst part was I didn't even know if I got it till the end because it kept crashing. It posted on Twitter and then just froze. Eventually, after the whole thing was done, it said, okay, great. Complete. I got my 2000 ES ARC. They had a second quest, which I would not recommend anyone do. I'm not locking in 0.2 Ethereum for 2 months on their protocol. And I'm definitely not trading $10,000 each day on their protocol. That entire ordeal kind of rubbed me the wrong way from ARC. And you know what? I think it's a really good idea to monitor how these protocols do their airdrops. As I said in this tweet here, it's insane to me that an airdrop date is probably one of the biggest milestones outside of a launch for a project. And the fact that they had 0 people in their Discord, controlling the Discord, controlling the narrative, helping out, having any sort of communication. I mean, scratch that. The only communication I saw was, hey guys, this is hype, hodl time, during the time when everyone was having issues and complaining and spamming and doing things. Literally, you don't have to go and be a support service, but at least say, hey, we recognize there's some issues, we're going to look into it or something. But hey, don't do it. And I hope people have watched and see, hey, ARC Digital is really not a good place to put your money. I would rather go anywhere else to sort of do perpetuals. That's just me. The next thing is Hava. So Hava is an airdrop we've been talking about for quite a while. They had a snapshot on February 2nd. And if you had $100 worth of any of the assets below staked, then you will qualify for a Hava airdrop. Now, the Hava airdrop, there's a full deck over here, and you can actually see their tokenomics. Where is this over here? So 10% initial Cosmo liquidity distribution. They got 10% early Cosmic contributors. And then they got marketing, partnership, and the DAO. So what'll happen is if you go to the eligibility checker, you're able to see how much you get. Oh, wow, I got 3.2 million Hava on Celestia alone. Now, I thought it didn't work. It was just lagging. So one of the things you can do is go to the website, check how you're doing, and see how much you're eligible to. Remember, this is not a claim. It's an eligibility checker. So you sort of want to make sure you do that. Now, the next thing, and I want to mention here, is GRVT. They have their 4th task that went up today. You can connect your eligible wallet. So this is an Ethereum-based wallet. Of course, you connect it here, and you're able to get 2 to 10 more tickets. Unfortunately, I did not qualify on any of my wallets for this. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I was supposed to have $100 or $1,000 in some transaction. I didn't do any of this. So if you haven't already, I would do this. if you have not gotten GRVT, as you can see here, I do not have any referral links available. But what I've done is I've taken 4 referral links from people I know, people who could use the support, and put them into the links below. So if you want to use their link, feel free to do so. Now, I know there's a couple more questions that are in the chat. I definitely want to talk about this, but I really got to run. We'll talk about it later tonight. And Yo-Yo Street, we'll talk about Swell as well. So with that all being said, I want to thank you all for watching. Please like the video, share the video, keep the engagement going. We're close to 7,000 subs. And until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.